I was getting a lot of thank you. I was getting a lot of stuff about night. Um, something at nighttime. Necked. Oh, that's so funny because look, it's the moon and there's two cats necking. So it just said necked. Interesting. La la la. Me. Hmm. 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 Energizer. I've been getting a lot of downloads about XMen, about about some of the collective that's being activated or awakened or are equivalent to X-Men. Spirit said agonizing. This could be very detrimental to certain people that don't want the collective waking up, but it's just an inevitability. You cannot stop it. You can't stop it. Spirit said delight. It's delightful. Absolutely. So the random X-Men generator that Spirit gave us is Energizer. Let me look her up. It's a girl. She got blonde hair and ponytail with some shaggy bangs. X-Men generator. Oh, this generator. Something about an X-Men who's a generator. That could be their capacity. That could be what their main gift is to generate energy. Hey, Matrix Gaming. Thanks for being here. Let me write that down. I did not mean to say X-Men generator. I meant to say Energizer. X-Men character Energizer. Energizer is a typical X-Men character, but refers to Catherine Katie Power, a young hero from the Team Power Pack, who gained energy manipulation powers like flight, force fields, energy blasts from a dying alien. Though she sometimes switched to other powers like speed or gravity. While Power Pack often teamed up with X-Men or appeared in their comics, Katie's main affiliation isn't the X-Men, but her powers and interactions make her part of that broader Marvel universe, especially as she's a kid with powers. Interesting. A kid with powers. That didn't I just say? Yeah, lots of people who are waking up. What are you doing? Hello there, Matrix Gaming. I just came on to. I got some new cards. I was getting some downloads today, so I just wanted to tap in, and just kind of connect with Spirit and see what the messages are. There's something about, and this is very specific for the collective that watches us that is awakening or going through their chosen program, the chosen program. It's becoming detrimental and agonizing to a certain group of people that didn't want this to happen. And so all of the X-Men generators of energy are awakening, and Spirit says that it is just like X-Men in that we all have specific unique powers that are original to us, and we've all chosen a specific program to have those powers be activated in this time. And so especially if you have experienced psychic phenomenon or supernatural phenomenon as a child, which I have as well. So I know a lot of you have too. Hey Bob, the cute guy. Sounds like Ben 10. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, same idea. So, there's something about us getting to a space now where we're going to start attracting team members that will have their own unique gifts that they are learning through with spirit. They're being developed, they're being trained, they're being developed, they're being integrated into real life. So we are all, there's some of us that are, everyone's at different parts of the journey, but those who are at this certain level of expansion in this time will start to attract their soul tribe and are going to start to attract people who are just like them, because we've been in isolation. Spirit has had us be far and wide in order to anchor in a lot of light in the specific areas that we land. So when we're going through our predicted programs that we chose before incarnating to help us boost ourselves into alignment, the era for the golden era we're going into, for the new earth energies. There's a certain amount of us that have made it to the certain level where now we can start coming together, but it has to start astrally first. We have to start sitting and, taking time to sit in silence, meditate, start imagining us hooking up in the astral realm, so that way it can be anchored and grounded into the 3D, so it can come into alignment for us, and we're going to start meeting our other fellow X-Men team members. So I'm excited for that. So that's excellent. Jim Corbett, hello everybody. Thanks for being here. I just want to get a message. I don't know what the message is. I will say some things I was getting was Joan of Arc, Medusa, Titans, smells. I've been smelling cigarettes. I've been smelling cigarettes and like mold, and I've been feeling nauseous in and out. I've been having to clear my field a lot. So if you guys are experiencing that at this time, this is a time where a lot of people from your past are in your energy and they're trying to get your attention. They're thinking about you telepathically. They're, if they had certain smells that you associated with them, they're gonna you're gonna have pick up on those through your field and stuff. Hey Barry. So just some things to be aware of. You could possibly be detoxing your energy field. You might feel like you have to like pee a lot, or you're just really thirsty, or you've been having like, upset stomach, or been feeling really fatigued. There's a lot of things going on energetically. So I just want to touch on that. What was the paranormal experience of your childhood? Oh, honestly, Matrix, there's so many. One that really stands out to me always. Oh my God, there's so many. But one that I really love talking about and just kind of identifying with people is the love. I was my childhood was not the best, but I didn't even realize it because I always had my guides and my angels and passed over loved ones, and just crossed over people always interacting with me in a very loving way. And so for me, I just never felt alone. I never felt like out of place. They were always so supportive of me. And if there's one thing I can share with people as someone who has always experienced a thinner veil than others, is that it is a benefit to be able to be in relationship with your spirit team. And I feel so blessed. Even though I used to think it was a curse, I feel so blessed now at 42, remembering those times, because growing up, even though I didn't have the ideal childhood and it was hard, I didn't know it in the moment because I was always supported from loved ones who've crossed over. Always. I just always had a good experience. And so I just always like sharing that with people, because that's how it is. Spirit said Paul and James so far. So, hello, my name is Patience. I'm your favorite spirit medium, host of Spirit News podcast on all major platforms. If you like more podcast style, segmented, episode based, structured, metaphysical knowledge and wisdom, you can go to any platform that you love to listen to podcasts on and find Spirit News, bringing you higher perspectives of linear views on all major platforms. And you can find all the links to that through the bio, through the link tree. We would absolutely love to have you. If you want to follow any of our socials and be part of our community, we would absolutely love that. That's a blessing you got. Well, everybody's got it, Matrix. Everybody has an electromagnetic field, and everybody has a soul, which is your field. And it's up to you to clear it from emotional trauma, which is the non-physical stuff that affects your non-physical energy. And once you clear up all of the hang-ups and the beliefs that we're indoctrinated into, you start to match more of your divine frequency, and you can allow and receive divine messages and be in relationship with your own guides. And that's ultimately what our goal is. Not to do it like us, but to show you how it's being done, and that you can absolutely 100% do it. Should I invest into a fixer-upper? I got 100K cash. I don't know. When you think about doing it, does it scare you? Does it make you feel fear? Or is it excitement? Because sometimes we mistake fear for excitement and excitement for fear. So I would definitely make sure you're asking yourself that, and then asking your guides. And we always say give it 3. Ask your guides if this is the right move, and give it 3 days, 3 weeks. As long as you get 3 signs, whether it's not for you or for you, however long that takes, you might have to be patient. That's what we have suggested, and what's suggested by our own spirit team. Hey, I liked and subscribed. Can I get a shout out, please? Absolutely, Michael. Thank you for being here. Can you say it's doodle time? Why? What's doodle time? What's that? I'm a fixer-upper. I'll take it. Hey, we all come here and become fixer-uppers. Oh, Spirit said 50. It's 50-50. I now have your soul. Thanks. I'm sorry, but you can't take my soul. It's not mine to give away. And it's not yours to take. So, all right. There's something going on about the Titans. There is a group, or it feels like a hive mind. It really does feel like a hive mind. They all share this goal. It's so weird. They're definitely in fear. There was a time, shadows, I can't make it up. Yeah, there's something about people who are in between worlds right now, who are in the shadows, that are spying on chosen ones, or those who are waking up at this time. They're trying to see if they can figure out a couple things. They're trying to, I don't know if they're trying to release the Titans, or they're trying to make sure the Titan doesn't get locked up. I'm not really sure, but something about Titans. This group of people that are in a hive mind have this goal. They want to prevent those of us waking up from feeling whole. And you're gonna know they're in your energy if you're feeling nauseous, if you're starting to smell weird smells that are not good. For me, it's cigarettes. That smell of cigarettes is just ignites the flame of consciousness. Ignites the flame of consciousness. Yeah, they're scared, and they're spying on those who have an activated field or are highly generating a certain frequency or energy. Spirit is calling us generators, or that's how what they refer to us. I'm not sure, but they're basically astral projecting to us, going in our dreams, affecting our loved ones. They're trying to do that because they want to see what your shadows are. They want to see how they can, where your vulnerabilities are. Because they want to try to play on your vulnerabilities. So, for all of those waking up who follow, the oracle, who follow the stars. It could be the stars. It could be the celebrities. Spirit just said stars. They don't want people to ignite the flame of consciousness to what they've been doing, because then it would put the Titan back in the box, so to speak, metaphorically. So, they're trying to see what your resistances are, what causes you shame, like what your shadows are, because that's where they operate at. That's they have repressed so much of their things that they think that everybody must have a weakness, and that their weakness is everybody else's, if that makes sense. So they're trying to hide so you don't acknowledge their presence. And they're trying to like poke past traumas or shadows that once affected you in the past before you shifted your energy. So they're trying to do that. So I'm saying that's how you keep spirits away. You stay clean. Absolutely. Yeah. So absolutely, snow leopard. So it's in this time of us being activated where it's really important we keep up our spiritual hygiene. I've noticed that every day this week I've been running late, and I'm usually like 5 minutes early so I can do my cleansing every day. So there's definitely been something trying to, prevent me from doing it, but it never, it never stops me from doing it. I just do it later. Okay. You're actively dating right now? Because you're gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I'm married, but thank you so much. Just yes, brush your teeth and shower. Yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely, Spirit said yes you will. Yeah, just that's why they say cleanliness is next to godliness. When you take care of your vessel and your body, and you drink water, and you brush your teeth, and you wash your hair, and you comb it, and you do all the things to take care of your body, you can absolutely take care of your energy field if you have that intention. Absolutely. She clean, don't be mean. You guys are funny. So yeah. What else, Spirit? I know there's a lot going on. There's a weird occurrence, and I'm definitely going to ask about it. But Spirit, I'm just waiting on Spirit to give me the okay. We had Rob Reiner and his wife. We had the Providence Brown University, and then the Australia thing. So there's definitely something in the air. This is definitely could be some kind of energy grab by the powers that be. Some kind of, they need energy. They can't generate their own energy, and they've been using us as generators to harvest energy like a battery. But the more of us that wake up and become enlightened to what they do, one by one, we start to drop off for their ability to generate power from us. Okay. I'll be right back. I just gotta do something. Sorry. Yeah, I just heard Spirit say cleanse your home. So yeah, it's about keeping up with um cleansing your energy field because they're really coming at us very diligently. Okay, and Spirit says it's chilling. It is chilling because they have a lot to lose, and so people who are desperate, who are in desperation, are absolutely 100% going to be in survival mode, and they're gonna pull out all the stops. Okay, so Spirit just wants us to, who resonate with my energy, who know what we talk about here, to know that that's what's going on a macro scale. Okay. So I got these new cards. I wanted to use them because they're so cool. They're so cool. They're called She Is. She Is. They're cool. They have like almost like a Art Nouveau-ish kind of like 1920s vibe. I like them. Oh, thank you so much, David. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Cute, but has a woodpecker nose. Hey, whatever your opinion is, it's okay. I'm awesome. Woodpecker nose and all. Spirit, tell us what you want us to know. So someone's trying to hide in your energy because some kind of lies they told. Love. Love. Someone you may have loved. Someone who didn't know that you think chaos is sacred. Someone who didn't know that you accepted yourself, past and the present. Someone who possibly in the past would use guilt to make you help them or make you stay around them. But there's something about them being in chaos and they don't know. There's something that they don't something about when you were in chaos or when they witnessed you be in chaos. You treated it as it was sacred, but now that they're in chaos, they don't know how to accept what's happening to them. Something about guilt. What guilt do I still hold against myself? It could, what would I say to my younger self right now? And what message do I want to send to my future self? Yeah, so there's something, this could be someone associated with your childhood, someone you've known since you were young. There's something that causes them shame and from your resistance. You could not be talking to this person or something like that. They want to know how you reconciled your guilt and shame about yourself, or how you accepted guilt and shame. There's something about you that they see you did that they don't know how to do. Something they saw you in chaos, but you there's something about them watching you be in chaos, but it was very graceful. It was like very graceful. Oh, thank you, Brayden. You too. God bless you too. So you saw beyond the path. You may have tried to bring this person or these people along. You may have tried to honor their journey and not judge them. You may have tried to give them your wisdom and let them know your secrets. Your love again. Yeah, I've loved twice now. But they don't know how to. I have a bird in a cage. They could be feeling caged right now. Yeah, because they see that you have developed some kind of deep respect for yourself, some kind of self-compassion and inner warmth. You like emanate this. This is something that they see you actively doing, and they don't know how to reconcile that. Managua. What the heck is Managua? I said Managua. Managua. Let me see what that is. Managua. It's a vibrant capital and largest city of Nicaragua. Interesting. Someone could be from Nicaragua. Nicaragua. It's a state country. Yeah, it's in Nicaragua. Lake Managua. It's it's cathedral, a shell since 1972 earthquake. Interesting. Something about learning a new language or something. Something about needing to learn a new language. Spirit might be giving you little nuggets or hints about learning a new language for something in the future. Led by a dream. Yeah. Led by a dream, yeah. Spirit wants you to follow your dreams right now. There's something they're trying to show you in your dreams about someone who's in the resistance or someone who's causing resistance. They want you to see something that needs your attention. Something that they need you to feel the situation for. They're sending you specific signs about this, about a part of yourself. You could be unlocking a new part of your shadow work. There's something about a memory unlocking or something from your childhood that you're going to unlock a memory of confirmation. So but you're going to be shown in your dreams a memory that you've had or something, or it could, I'm not sure. Let me find out. Thanks guys for being here. I'm just having fun. I don't have a real plan. I'm just going with the flow, seeing what messages come out for whoever needs that. I forgive myself. Yeah, something about when you were a child. Or this person in your... And what did I say? Memory. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up.
Yes.
Yes, Spirit said. Spirit says yes. You're what healing looks like. You're what healing looks like. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So this person in your energy or people are in chaos because you're about to unlock a memory from childhood that they tried to repress, and Spirit says you're ready for this memory to be unlocked. But when you know what it is, or when you remember what it is, you're going to be in a place now where it's not going to affect you the way that maybe this person thinks it's going to affect you. And you may already have an inkling or an understanding of it, to some degree. But this person is in chaos because they did something to you as a child. And they repressed the memory of it. And Spirit said leg, and there's still confirmation. And they're scared that you're going to remember and then that will... they have guilt and shame about it, whatever it is. And that's for you. Everyone's going to be different. We don't need to bring it up here. You're going to know it when you see it, or when you feel it, or when you experience the memory. So English is 97% Latin from Romans. The other 3% Norse, Greek, and German. Therefore, English is just modern Roman Latin. English is hardly part of barbarian descent. Honestly, the English language is barbaric. There's some things where I'm like, what? It just don't make any sense. There is something about you learning a new language or confirmation spirit wanting you to look out for the signs of what language they'd like you to learn. Because there's something about you traveling later on in the future, your future self is going to play some kind of role where you acquire X-Men, where you acquire team members. Um, there may be something connected with what you're supposed to be doing in the future and this person from your past that you've cut off that's in chaos. They may have known this about you. There's something, the hidden me, yeah, invisible. Who I want to be in reverse. Yeah, they may have gotten a reading on you a long time ago when you were a child, and what was revealed to them was that you had a big purpose and that your destiny was in the future going to be a very big destiny, and that may have made them feel a certain way. They didn't want anyone to see you. They wanted you to be invisible. They didn't want, Spirit said, Linda, they wanted you to be hidden. They didn't want this part of you to ever be revealed to yourself, and that may be part of the memory that's being unlocked right now. The fact that they try to mask or erase from your memory who you're supposed to be, because they didn't want you to go down this path. Um, I don't know why though. I mean, what do they care? Sometimes chosen because you were the star seed in the family that was meant to break generational curses. That's why. And so I don't know, that was something they didn't want. Okay, they didn't want you to get attention. They didn't want confirmation. They didn't want you to get public recognition for this. Or it's this hive mind. It could also represent this hive mind that's going after star seeds that are waking up. They I had this thought at work today, and I was like, yeah, I was like, duh, because if you if there are if I know that I'm a good person and I'm using my spiritual gifts for good, then you can 100% bet that there are going to be people out there that have the same gifts or have similar gifts that they've had since a child, and they're going to use them for bad. Okay? And so this hive mind has people like that in it, that run it and that operate it and that have relationships with their own guides, but on the darker side, because they use their gifts for like spying on people and for almost like, speaking of X-Men, it's gets shown to me as like Professor X when he's sitting in that what's that thing called? That mind thing, and he puts the cap on and he can go into a trance state and he can reveal all of the X-Men all around the world. It's kind of like that, because we all emit a certain frequency that is visible in the astral realm. And so that's what they do. They use their gifts to astral project or to go into dreams. And so there's something about them repressing memories of these abilities, and trying to promote more shadow, because when you're in your shadow, it's harder to receive messages from the divine. When you're acting out of your shadow, it's harder to have your intuitive gifts be activated and to actively use them. And so that's their MO. They try to identify your shadows, and then they poke it in the astral realm, and then it manifests in the physical realm here through people, places, and things. X-Men is a metaphor for hybrid abominations, as in Nephilim. Okay, well, you're 100% allowed to have your opinion, but I think what Spirit is using it for is more like a metaphor for all of the star seeds that have had repressed abilities are now becoming activated because they're actually like grounding themselves and healing, and they're doing the work. So their abilities are going to be special to them. We don't personally subscribe to that belief about X-Men being a metaphor for hybrid abominations. But you're more than welcome to have your opinion. Absolutely. You're so beautiful. Do you know how to do the hokey pokey? I don't. Your cards tell you, I fought in the great war in heaven's universe and vanquished Lucifer. Spirit said Pisces. The end of an era, because Spirit said era before. The era, it's the end of the Piscean era, and we're in the Aquarian, the age of Aquarius right now. And so all the things that are hidden, that are in the shadows, have to be revealed. And so it's happening gradually. And as we reveal things that need to heal, we gradually start to open up the space and for more light to come in. And as more light comes in, the more we become activated. Okay. Awesome. All right, let me use different cards now. Those are fun. I like them. Thank you, Sprat. I also have a Citadel, a fantasy oracle. I got these on Temu. It's my own birthday present. What else, Spirit? Dubious. Oh, Spirit said dubious, but we'll see. These may say some of the same things. The priest. Oh. All right. Tell me who's in your energy. Who's in Collective's energy right now that we need to know about? And what should we do about it? And what do we need to know? What gets in the way of feeling this love right now? What would an act of self-love look like? The Hound. Hellhound. Loyalty, chains, promises. Okay, confirmation. Thank you. So one thing that these people in your energy are going to do is they're going to they want to come back in, or they want to find a way in. Okay, so they don't know what that is. They're trying to figure that out. They may be coming to you in your dream states, or if you go on social media, they may be affecting the algorithm for what you get. You know, like, for example, if you're a music artist and you want to be in the music industry, or you just love music, then, you know, on TikTok, they'll send you, you know, readers that, or advertisements that will advertise for, you know, we need music artists, or you could work with Eminem, or, you know, they're trying to tempt you. They're trying to play on your ego. They're trying to say, okay, well, Collective likes, Collective's trying to write a book. So let's send them, you know, spam them emails about book editors, and then let them click on a link, and then that's how they kind of like connect to you energetically. Okay, so there's something about that. All right, they're actively going out and searching through their hellhounds ways to get in. They want to discover, yeah, they could also possibly be spying at your birth chart, because they want to know what your downfall is. Like, what are your weaknesses, like I said. But you're a champion. And so even if they get a glimpse of what your weaknesses used to be. Whatever your weaknesses were are not the same as they are now. So whatever they're projecting at you, it's not even like you're not interested in it, or it's not affecting you or something. But they definitely are trying to, you could get a lot of things or people that ask you what your birthday is. I would keep that under wraps, especially your whole birthday, because they want to look at your birth chart. Okay. Yeah. Whip. And there's a volcano here. There could be some kind of, they could be cooking up natural disasters to try to, okay. Um, yeah, there's something about, they have no energy. They have no energy. They need generators. They could be targeting the energy generators of the collective to try to harvest off of them. They could need energy in order to cause some kind of natural disaster, or to prevent a natural disaster for them. The miser, stubbornness and flexibility. Yeah, but there's something they're stuck on. They just don't get it, man. They just don't get it. They just don't get it. You can't fight fire with fire. You can't fight fire with fire. You can't expect something to change with the same chaos you shoot at everything, especially when you're shooting chaos to a collective of people that have found peace, and so they don't understand that. They're like, there has to be something. There has to be something. Hey, Lake Superior. Hey, good to see you. There has to be something that's stubborn. They're so stubborn. It's like they can't even fathom that you could actually let go of whatever it is you went through, that you could even be in a place of peace after what they put you through or what you've gone through. And so their lack of understanding of that gap, that they're just like, they can't see past it because their level of consciousness is limited. So they can't see past their limitations because they don't want to look at their past. They don't want to look at the things they've done. Hoppers. They want to try to hop. Spirit said hoppers. They want to try to hop right over the fact that, they've could have possibly hurt a lot of people, because I have a lot of swords here. They could have caused a lot of natural disasters to people. And so if they want to get out of the chaos, you can't fight chaos with chaos. You can't send out chaos and expect to get peace. Habitation. It's just not going to happen. Okay? That's right in the Bible. You don't need goofy cards. I don't need the cards. It's just a fun way to communicate with spirit for the audience to help be part of the reading with me. I don't need the cards, but it's fun. It's like, look, you get visuals and you get pictures and you get specific words. It's fun. It's fun. And I like to have fun with spirit. Spirit likes to have fun, Spirit's not some uptight, energy that doesn't want to experience life. The gambler, loss, risks. Someone could be a gambler. They could have a gambling addiction, possibly other addictions. Yeah, I have one hand with rings and one hand without rings. So they could be losing a lot of things. They rolled the dice. I have 3 on the dice. What's this risk they took? What's this risk? The unknown, a journey. Something they didn't know would affect their journey. Order, yeah. This could be an order. The enchanter, deception, trickery. Yeah. This group didn't know that by using magic or trickery or manipulation that it would result in them losing. They didn't think that that would happen, or didn't think that it would happen to them, is what I heard. Certainty at the top of the deck. Yeah, they were certain. They were so certain of something. I don't know why, though. Let me see if I can find out why. What is this risk they took, and why were they so certain it was going to work out for them? Something that wasn't responsible. Childish. Oh my gosh. As I say, something that wasn't responsible. Spirit said personal empowerment. Wow. You know, the powers that be, the king, the control freaks, the people who are in positions of power in our society, they have childhood wounds that they refuse to look at. They refuse. And I don't know why. They are so convinced that that is not a common denominator of their suffering. They're so convinced. They're in the 60s, 70s. I'm a butterfly with Batman wings. Oh, I love that. Is it a family member? It could be. You know, this is a collective read, so you have to take it as it resonates for you. I do have, what do I do with those cards? I do have, oh yeah, I got these. Who is it cards? Let's see. Spirit, is there a way to identify who some of these people are? Let's see. Black clothing. Black clothing. They could wear like black robes or something. Albino? That's very specific for someone. And Spirit said say yes. An albino? That's interesting. Blue eyes. Someone with blue eyes. Someone older than you. Interesting. Someone older than you. Someone Asian. Someone pregnant. Someone pregnant. Someone the same height as you. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Lake Superior. Thanks for being here. Hope you're having a great day. Let me get one more. I wanted to pop out. I'll take it. Exaggerated features. Possibly a drag queen or someone in the LGBTQ community. LGBT, all the letters. I'm sorry, I can't remember them all. LGBTQ, blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, they have this victim mentality. They have this immaturity about them that made them believe that they could control something with certainty. They had a determination for a specific outcome. They could be missing you, or they could be wanting to come together with you, wanting to come back in your life because they miss you. But how does Spirit feel about that? Toxic love. Yeah, you let them back in, they're still in their pattern, so yeah. You can do whatever you want, but Spirit says if you let them back in, you're just going to experience what you experienced when they were in your energy. You called in the last 2 days? Are you okay? You just needed a break? Looking for a new job. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah. That's awesome. I hope you find one. I send you good energy for that. Whatever is meant for you will find you, and it will be easy. Hurting, crying, depressed, feeling sorrow, feeling rejected. Snooping, drive-by tarot readings, asking about you, stalking you on social media. I told you, someone in your energy got an energy reading on you when you were a child, and they saw that you had a big destiny, or the reader told them that your future self is destined to do something great, something that could possibly get you a lot of attention. You could be a public speaker, you could be a spiritual leader, you could be the president of the United States. I don't know. But it started there. And so all through your life, there's something that they've been doing to you that they don't want you to know about. And Spirit says you're going to unlock this memory because they've been sneaking around, possibly lying to everyone, your friends, about what they do, about what they've done to you, or lied about you. There's something about them drinking wine. They could be drinking a lot of wine right now, and doing a lot of substances, and getting tarot readings on you. There's something that they're trying to see specifically. What is this? They're trying to see if you've gotten some kind of windfall of money. There may be some kind of abundance coming in for you, or they see that you're in some kind of abundant energy, entrepreneurship, blessings. Hell yeah. What else, Spirit? I will bother you. Yeah, they want to come back in. Spotlight. I cannot make it up. Didn't I say? They saw in the reading that you're supposed to be on some kind of spotlight. That you are going to be receiving some kind of platform, or that you're going to be gaining some kind of notoriety. They didn't like that. They could be a narcissist. I have a narcissist right here. Contemplation, sketchy, unsure of you, playing games, weighing out options. Yeah, they played games with you. They wanted you to feel unsure about your purpose because they saw that your purpose was great. They might not have known exactly what it was supposed to be, but they knew since you were a child that your future trajectory was supposed to be in the spotlight for some reason. Can you tell me more about that? What their destiny is? Guilt. They're feeling guilty about this. They don't want you to know. They want to know if you know that they've been doing this to you your whole life. They want to know that they're afraid that you're going to remember or figure out that it's been them the whole time. They could be thinking about popping up on you, taking a risk for some kind of unexpected visit. They want to figure out how to get in your energy because you're not taking their calls. You're not answering. Yes. Yes, you're not answering their calls. Because they are having some kind of power struggle. They tried to control an outcome for you, and now they feel guilty about it because why do they feel guilty now? They're being immature. The tormenting wraith. They could possibly end up dying, passing away. Can you tell me if I'll have a boyfriend in 2026? I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of psychic. Soul searching, inner work, deeper meaning, spiritual path. They may think that you can help them because of your knowledge or whatever it is that you are in the spotlight for. You're like an expert. You're like a mentorship. Yeah, you're like a mentor. I have the witch. This person could have been a witch or did something witchy or experimented with witchcraft. At the end of the hall. The end of the hall. Lessons learned. Didn't I say smell cigarettes? Look at all those cigarette butts. They could be chain smoking. They could be... They're really stressed out. That's for sure. They want to find a way to come in. But I just don't think that's a good idea. If they come towards you, they could possibly die. Honestly. Sorry, spiritual burps. If this person comes near you or tries to come to visit, it may activate a death for them. So they need to be careful. You're being protected. You're being protected from this person or people. But they're a little desperate right now because there's something they're going through that they think only you can help them with, but that's not true. They need to talk to God, honestly. 10 of Wands. Yeah. Yeah, 10 of Wands. They're stressed out. They may have tried to send you a lot of messages, or they may be burdened because you're not answering their calls or their messages. They could be losing their job. Yeah, they may they may want to come to you like it's oh hey. Oh hey, I was just in the neighborhood and I saw you through your window and I thought I'd come say hi because I can't believe you live here. Do you want to go grab a bite to eat or something like that, you know? So make it seem real like casual. Does my sister still have a voodoo doll of me? Probably. Witchcraft. Can you switch your nose? I cannot. I'm born with what I got, and I'm happy with what I got. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I'm happy with what I got. Spirit wants you to just focus on yourself, to just continue journaling, taking alone time, because I will be, because you're going to be all right. And they're the ones who are in nostalgia thinking about you. Yeah, I told you, they want to they want to try to wine and dine you. They may possibly want to do that to put something in your drink. They want to butter you up. Yeah, they want to try to butter you up. Oh my gosh, all these eating references. Food, food, drink, food, drink. Yeah, it's wild. I have 5 things with food on them. So it's because they have this plan where they're like, I got it. We'll get them to go on a date with us, coffee date, lunch date. We'll see them at the grocery store. But they're like following you. You know, they're they want to try to pop up on you like it's a surprise. Okay. Like they're not following you, but they're stalking you. Okay. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, what? I haven't seen you in so long. And then they're going to say, do you want to go for a bite to eat? But really in their pocket, they have, some kind of something that they're going to put in your drink or your food. The sun, Spirit's illuminating this to you. This secret moon that they're illuminating to you because this person's trying to cause you a tower. Can't make it up. Could be a couple. Could be a couple because I see 2 and also 2, like also. That's funny. And there's food and drink in the window. People are strange. They're just desperate because they did something childish. Oh, dang it. Dang it, Spirit. Thank you. I was going to say something about the mirror earlier and I totally freaking forgot. So I'm like kicking myself in the butt. Something about the mirror. I don't know if you have like mirrors, a lot of mirrors in your house or a specific mirror or your mirror's dirty, but there's something they do with the mirrors. That could be how they spy on you. Like I said, on a macro scale, like for this hive mind of this order, they have people that work with them in this order that know how to astral project, and so they could be trying to feed you things in your dreams, or they could be trying to get you to do substances in your dreams. It's like whatever, since they can't touch you physically, it's like that could be what the dreams are about. What Spirit's saying, they're going to tell you in your dreams. Someone's going to be in your dream that's going to look like a friend or a family member, but it's really this order, like some kind of astral projector in this order. They're going to disguise themselves as like family or something, and they want you to drink something in the astral realm. So that way, when you through the 3D realm, in the 3D realm, it will manifest as like a dinner date or a coffee date or a meetup of some kind, okay? So if you're a lucid dreamer, I would really try to reject any kind of food or drink or substances that get offered to you in your dream state. Follow it. Okay. I saw the Hierophant. Yeah, a leader of a institution wants to come towards you. Yeah, they could be placing themselves in your lover's dreams as people to have sex with. If your other person is having like dreams about having sex, it's this group of people. Either this group of people has the people in the group that do these things, or they're hiring people to do it. Okay? You open the door to the devil. People just don't get it. You just don't get it. And that's okay. You'll get it someday. You will get it someday. 6 of Cups in reverse. This is not going to be a good outcome. Spirit's saying don't do it. Don't do this plan. It's not going to work out for you. Absolutely. Absolutely, Spirit says don't do it. Knight of Wands. Yeah. there's a couple. This is so strange. Hmm. It's like we're reading their thoughts right now. It's like we're reading this group's thoughts right now about all the ideas they're coming up with in order to get in your energy, or the X-Men. They're trying to get in the X-Men's energy. But but that's the thing, is that I don't get it. It's like you'll do astral projection, you'll do seances, you'll do Ouija boards, but you won't just talk to God and get the answers from God. And so Spirit is illuminating that, they want to know, like, how come, how did you heal? Why don't you have guilt and shame? But really the question they should be asking is not only how, but how can I? How can I do this? But they keep on trying to, astral project and do all these weird things, possibly out of like some kind of book, some kind of Necronomicon or something, to try to control the outcome. But Spirit's illuminating this to all the X-Men. There's something, what's hidden. This is their plans, their inside plans. They want to try to get people to walk away from you. They want to get people to walk away from you. So they could be astral projecting onto people you love, possibly making them irritated with you, or going into their dream state and having sex with them, or partying with them, or whatever, causing natural disasters in the dream state, because these people have to do it astrally first in order for it to come into physicality and affect us on a physical level. But so they're coming up with multiple ideas. They have the idea of getting someone from your past to come towards you to pretend like they want to love you again, or whatever. They have someone who, from like a friend from the past, that wants to pop up on you, absolutely unexpectedly, and pretend like they didn't know you were going to be there, but they did. And then once they see you, they're going to ask you to go out to eat or dinner with them, or for coffee. And it's not because they want to have an enjoyable time with you. It's because they want to put some kind of witchcraft in your food or your drink. I just heard come to me spells. Well, it's not going to work. Spirit said absolutely twice. So thank you, Spirit. Something about your coffee maker. Yeah, it's because they could possibly want to show up at your work. Trumping. They could possibly want to show up at your work. They might I would be very private right now. I'd be very private. I'd be very careful about what you put out, and like what you're standing in front of. Like if you're taking pictures or selfies, just make sure that you're not like in front of your workplace, or you don't have your like name tag on or something, because you're being protected. But also do your due diligence, now knowing that what some of these people are trying to do, because they're the last judgment, because they're in a tower, they're drinking, their IDs are expiring, their phones are breaking, they're losing their homes, they're sleeping in their cars, they're losing jobs. There's like a lot of things going on. Oh, didn't I say someone was pregnant? Yeah, somebody's pregnant. Yeah. Something about graffiti. Someone may do graffiti. Someone's a photographer. Someone's camping out. Someone wants to try to bring you a present or invite you to the bar for a gift. Don't go. There's also something about a lawyer and some documents. Hmm. Interesting. Something about some documents. Okay. What is this documents right here? What are this? Can you tell me about this lawyer or these documents? Eee, double life. Someone doesn't want you to know about their double life. They're in hiding because they're feeling guilty. They've been living a separate life, a double life, and they don't want you to find out about it. Who are these people who are living a double life? Who is this? Something they did, something that was questionable. Something could be a Leo. Someone who's a Leo. Frenemy. A friend. Frenemy. Your mother. Secret motives. Your mother. An Aquarius. February. Friday. Cheater. Mother again. I saw mother twice. She's your mother doesn't want you to find out the double life she's been living. Your friends don't like you. Your auntie, they may have lust demons or some kind of lust attachment. Divine intervention is at play. You could be a content creator. All they do is lie. They're jealous of you. Your mom may be living another life, a double life that you don't know about. How can I find out more about that? Let me see. Let me see if I can find out more. I am the king of all you witches. Cousin. Spirit said cousin. So your auntie, your mother, your cousin, a frenemy. None of them like you. A Leo, an Aquarius. Spirit says divine intervention is at play because God wants them to take responsibility. God's ironing out all the kinks because they're grasping at straws. They're doing things that are a shot in the dark. How can I find out what this double life is? Spirit, please tell me what this double life is. There's some kind of double life they didn't want you to know about. Living a lie, secret affair, hidden truths, emotional betrayal. They could have just did something that you didn't know they did. It was midnight. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I started this reading saying I was getting a lot about night, like midnight. It was midnight when Shadow pulled up to the home of Sam. Sam was on his front lawn photographing the heavens. Didn't I say a photographer? Something about a photographer. A photographer, a jeweler, something about a lockbox. There's a break-in at the local jewelry store. A couple. I told you, didn't I say a couple? Someone may have witnessed a couple fleeing the scene or someone could be trying to leave the state or the country because of something they did. They don't want to get in trouble, but there's a picture. Someone took a picture and it's going to come to light. Someone took a picture of something with a camera. They could be a photographer. They may not have developed this film until recently. And this picture is going to prove someone's innocence. They may have, that could be the emotional betrayal, the hidden truth. They blame something on you or something. But it's going to expose them as the shadow people in your life. And it's not going to be something that they can make an alibi for. Or they could be trying to substantiate. They could be trying to substantiate an alibi that they were lying about that puts blame on you or something. They try to blame you for something. But you reproduce yourself every 10 minutes. It's like you regenerate. You're a generator of energy. So every time they do something to you to put you in a cage, 10 minutes later, you're fine. 222. Something about 222. What's this emotional betrayal? They tried to climb the castle stairs in private. Something they may have done in a bathroom. Something that they may have put in concrete blocks or stone. Because they didn't want anyone to consider them as a possibility. They may be trying to escape because you could be revealing something that they did in a bathtub. This effect. They've been covering this up. Something they may have done when you were a child that they're trying to cover up. Someone could be coming forward with a picture of them doing it, and it's buried alive. They could have buried something alive with concrete blocks and stone. But now they're drowning because you could be revealing this information, or this is something you didn't know about them. Someone from your childhood. This could be a mother, an aunt, a cousin. You could be gathering clues. They could have wanted you to commit to unalive yourself. Be something about pools of blood. Something in the bathtub and blood. And concrete in the ground. This was clearly a case of red rum. Yeah, oh my gosh, again, shadow recorded. Yeah, there's some kind of video or picture of them in a room, possibly a bathroom, hurting someone, possibly. And you don't know this about them. You don't know that this is something they did in the past. But you have an uncanny ability to listen to frequencies. And so they didn't know this about you. One night you could have done a reading. You could be a tarot reader. You did a reading that revealed this information about a husband, or a husband who went to bed while this happened, or someone tried to do this to their husband and you may have outed that information. They thought everyone would be in the dark. How could she continue to read? They could have tried to silence you. That's why they wanted you to off yourself, because you were revealing something that they did that they wanted you to stop reading. And something having to do with their husband. They could have been trying to unalive their husband, and your readings may have revealed this to this person, or you may have said something to this person. Because you're a quantum timeline jumper. They could be doing something. Tobacco. I told you something about cigarettes. They could be doing some kind of ritual with tobacco for over your ovaries or your sacral root chakra, because they want you to be emotional or repress something or not give birth to something, possibly their timeline that they're on, because you can look at timelines on a quantum level. So you're some kind of quantum timeline reader. So they may be projecting something to your ovaries so you don't produce intuition to read energy. Something about an island. I've been getting island a lot. That may be where they're trying to go. They may be trying to escape to some kind of island, possibly Belize. I don't know if that's an island, but it says it right here. Because they're getting caught in their lies, and people are starting to see that you're a truth teller, and they've been a salesman asking questions, or people are asking them questions about you because they said that you are just a visitor and that you don't know what you're doing and this and that. Someone, a mother, an aunt, a cousin, or a friend of me that could be married, was trying to unalive their person for money. As I say that, $20,000 right here. They could be a cheater. They could have cheated on their spouse. And you could be revealing this, and that kind of mess something up for them. Yeah, because they're cheating. They're a cheater. They may be trying to flee the country, because once this picture comes out, they don't want to be here because it's going to lead to a body. You may possibly have revealed through your readings a body location or a clue that leads to the revealing of the location of a body, that they're going to resume and do an autopsy for to reveal the cause of death. And when they do, they're going to find something in the reading or you're going to reveal something in the reading that is going to make them want to flee to another country, because they did something in the past that is going to get them locked up, that they're going to be associated with, because they were because they took a gamble. They were with the boys and they were playing a game, and they thought that they were going to receive some kind of bonus. That's not what happened. That's wild. They thought they were going to receive money. So I don't know if they actually unalive someone, or they were caught on camera saying they wanted to unalive you for money or something like that. I'm not sure which one it is, but Hagatha. Hagatha. They received the tip that you come from the Holy Land. You've inherited your Holy Land. They were trying to hijack your gifts, but the security on the airline is too strict. You're too protected. Statues. You have angels that are standing like statues protecting you. And they didn't know that. They received a tip and tried to hijack you anyway. They took a gamble. Even though they were warned to not do this, they they investigated your background to try to figure out how you got these um, abilities or whatever. They didn't know that about you. It's almost like it's funny the way Spirit's showing me this. It's like this screen, and the screen door is closed, and it's in between you and this person or people. And when they look at you through the screen, they see you in a specific way. It's like the screen is distorting what you truly are. And so they're convinced that you're a certain way. And then when the smoke screen lifts, you're like this glowing light of love and in your divine inheritance. And it's like they just didn't see this about you. They didn't see it. You're like a nun. I have Japan here, and I also have Asian right here. So somebody Asian and an older businessman. I also have Canada, Hindu priest, 2 artists, 2 farmers, a nun, a minister, a Hindu priest, 2 artists, and a businessman. They're using divination to spy on you to inquire who you are. They want to know who you are. Why do you have statues that are always standing in front of you? Because they received a tip that you have a very specific frequency that matches a very specific calling. Something like that. Lipstick. Picture 3 boxes containing fruit. Cherries and bananas. They labeled you incorrectly. Yeah. Because the protection was God protected you by allowing them to see what these people wanted to see about you. And when the smoke screen, when the veil lifted, they came out of this illusion of certainty that you're a certain way and realized that you weren't anything like they thought you were. Why were they so convinced that you were this way? Oh, excuse me. Again, another autopsy. Something about a drowning death. Something about a bathtub, water, a scar on the body, physical marks, a scar on the body. There's something about this body that's associated with them that they may have tried to get rid of, that you're revealing the truth about. There may be some kind of specific marks on this body, perhaps tattoos or scars, that will identify them as a missing person. Wow. Whew. All right. How can we heal it? Oh yeah. I thought I got one more deck. Did I? I did. Yay! Focus on peace, Spirit says. So, observant. Be keen and attentive to details and surroundings. So yeah, just like I was saying in the beginning, these people are in your energy, and yeah, reliable, consistency, dependable, trustworthy. Spirit wants you to be capable of making firm and timely decisions through the energy of gratitude, to reflect and observe the energies that are coming in and out of your surroundings, because even though this is happening in the background and you You don't know exactly. Spirit says to just observe. This is like a developmental stage. You know, these people are doing this, but it's also helping you as the X-Men awakening to discern energy. So to just continue expressing your gratitude, to be in that elevated high flying disc. Be reliable with your spiritual cleansing and making sure that you're meditating and you're finding solitude to clear your thoughts, that you're reflecting on the energies that you're observing in your surroundings. Be diplomatic about it. You know, we're not here to judge people or to, you know, one thing that I'm learning on this journey is that being able to understand why people do the things they do really helps to reveal hidden things that have caused delays, blockages, you know, distortions about certain beliefs. It really does help to really just get down to the matter. What I've seen on an astral level is the way that healing happens on an astral level. Like, for example, if we want to change the outcome, we have to be able to understand that anyone who's in the energy of betrayal and deceit, and they have a secret life and they're doing all these things out of desperation to stay connected to you during the fading of the light, it's because they think that you can heal them. And they don't understand how you are healing and how you healed. Hey, nobody. And so ultimately, it's not our job to judge them because they're judging themselves way more than we could ever judge them. It's not our job to be upset at them and take away their ability to find alignment or symmetry in their life. It's as an X-Men, as a generator of energy, it's our job to know that they're in that energy because there's something so painful, so beyond their capability of acceptance that hurts them so much to look at, that happened to them, that they're acting out that wound. And it's happened, and they've been rejecting accepting this wound for so long. Thank you, Lake Superior. For so long that now it's become so big that anything they do is in that energy. And so we have to ultimately understand that what they really want is alignment. What they really want is connection. When they see other people that are in that magnetic energy, that makes them feel inadequate within themselves because they don't understand. They have certain beliefs and limitations around how they can move past and beyond where they're at. Okay, and when you're in that energy, it's really hard for you to see beyond what you're capable of perceiving. And that's why not everyone is activated at the same time, because there has to be humans or souls that are on different levels of existence so all of us can help each other. You know, we're not the people who, if we're all in the same energy like this, nobody would ever come out of it, okay? So it's like a slow drip of people who are being activated that are on a certain level, that are, we should be more mindful of how are we trying to help these people who are in this energy get out of it, because ultimately God wants everyone to heal. God wants everyone to heal. God does not keep healing from anyone. It is us that prevents ourselves from healing by not accepting the things that are hard to accept. Okay, so they're going to be in your energy. Be diplomatic about it. Have compassion for their journey. Nothing's touching you. You are protected. And so that's another thing that's kind of confusing them. That makes them really stubborn, and makes them keep doing the same things over and over again, because in a past version of yourself that they were associated with, it worked. Whatever they were doing, it worked. And so they don't understand. They imagine, oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh, it's so funny because I get a lot of downloads throughout the day, and I'm working though. I'm working, so I make a mental note, but I don't get to write it down. So when I come to unload the downloads, I don't remember them all. But when they come up, I'm like, oh, I thought about that, and then it makes me be like, dang it, I should have remembered that. So imaginative. I've been listening to Carl Jung recently, and I've been really enjoying him. We've been learning a lot from him, and a lot of his theology, um, young blood, a lot of his theology is in alignment with me, and I really resonate with it. And it's so funny that I was applying a lot of his concepts through the guidance of spirit, and then it was just a confirmation when I started listening to a lot of his philosophies about psychology. And one of the things that Spirit says is that your imagination, and what Carl Jung says is that your imagination is the key to unlocking your healing. But if you have things that have happened in your childhood that prevent you from imagining, or using your imagination or utilizing it in a positive way, it is because there's childhood wounds that you have to look at. You have a lot of Merrill Lynch is calling me. Hello?
Hey, good afternoon. This is Daniel Falmer calling from Bank of America Merrill Lynch and a recorded line in Providence, Patience Woods.
Yes.
Hey, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Good, good. I'm an advisor here with Merrill Lynch. I know we reached out to you back in April. Just reaching out again. We try to reach out to our clients every 6 months or so, but we're launching a new initiative where we help Bank of America clients. We're bringing Merrill Lynch awareness to them and educating them on how we can help their financial freedom. So, just wanted to reach out and see if working with a Merrill advisor is something you'd be interested in.
Not today, but possibly in the future. I appreciate your call.
Yeah, no worries. I totally understand with the times and everything. It being so close to the holidays and whatnot, it's a tricky time for people to commit to a meeting or even have interest in this discussion. So, is there a time maybe after the new year I'd be able to call back and check in with you guys?
Yeah, maybe around March would be more convenient.
Okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. Yeah, I can.
Oh, I accidentally hung up on him. I'm so sorry. That's so weird. Merrill Lynch just called me for investment opportunities, which is so funny because we were just talking about they want to know if you have received some kind of money. They want to know. They think that you're hiding something about receiving money. Okay. Uh, but yeah, if you're having a hard time using your imagination, or oh, thank you, Lake Superior, or you're somebody that says, you know, imaginations for kids, or what's the use of using your imagination, that's childish, or if you're somebody who doesn't really imagine or know how to use their imagination, that is a sign that you have to start doing some child work. What's it called? I can't think of the specific word. Child, some childhood wound work. Um, and you can absolutely look up many ways to do that. You're gonna pick the one that resonates with you, that makes you say, oh, I could do that, you know. It's going to be different for everybody, but you need to have a healed child. You need to have a healed inner child to be able to utilize your imagination in a way that will be beneficial for your healing. Okay? And because if you can't if you haven't healed some inner child wounds and you can't imagine the way you want it to be because you've never experienced that, then that's a starting place. You have to start there. You got to start somewhere. I would start there. Okay, so make sure that you're clearing your field, you're taking care of your body, you're showering, brushing your teeth, cutting your nails, doing things that keep you in a very clear, level headed, observant, reflective state. So you can hold a diplomatic approach, confirmation, with enthusiasm. Okay, because there's going to be a lot of energy, but Spirit says this is a time of development. Spirit's teaching you how to identify what's in your field and how to take care of it if need be. Okay, all right. I love you so much. Spirit says, hold fast, hold firm. You're doing great. Continue. Thank you, Lake Superior. Continue being innovative and charismatic and diligent, self-disciplined, being sincere, being grateful, being honest. These people that are wondering how you did it need to see an example of what it looks like because they're having a hard time imagining how they could be that way when they have so many things on their field that prevent them from seeing their potential. They don't believe that their potential is there anymore. And so they keep doing the same things over and over again, but it's because they've been doing that for so long that they really just don't know how to do it any other way. And so it's really important for us to just stay grounded and to just remain being the example of what it looks like to heal, and not for them to do it like us, but for them to see that it's being done and that it's possible. And this group of people absolutely know it's possible because they did something very specific to you since you were a child to prevent you from being in this energy. But now that you are in this energy and whatever they did to stop you is not stopping you anymore, they know what you've been through. They know because they did it. Okay. So they know that if you can do it, then it must be possible for for them to do it. So just remember that at all times when it's easy to resort to frustration and anger, but ultimately from a higher perspective, it's helping you understand energy, and it's helping you understand emotions and lots of multidimensional things. So just keep that in mind. We love you so much. Thank you for allowing me to play with my new cards. It was so fun. I really love them. I go on Temu. You can get really affordable cards that come from a local warehouse. So it's just fun. I dry. Yes, we're so dry. My mouth is so dry. So dry. Okay. I love you so much. Thanks for being with me. I'm going to see you this weekend. And like I said, I know there's been a lot of things happening. Oh, thank you, Lake Superior. Thank you. I'm so happy to see you again. They do, yeah. But, so just a side note before I go, I just want to say this and put it out into the universe. When I asked for a mission from the Galactic Federation in a meditation, that I went to the Galactic Federation. I've told this story before, but just to quickly, I went to the panel at the Galactic Federation through a meditation that was guided by April Elizabeth. If you want to look her up, she has the meditation that she gifted me. Oh, I bought it from her, but she gifted everyone. You can buy it. And I went to the Federation, and I went in front of the panel with my spirit guide Mantis, and I asked them for a mission. I said, I want a mission. I want to be of service. What can I do to be of service? And I think it was like 3 months later, I was gifted the idea of spirit news, higher perspective of linear views. And ultimately, what I imagined or what I inspirited, the inspirited idea that I imagined was that spirit news would be that source of confirmation or a platform to reveal things that are hidden. And because I was so frustrated with, the entertainment industry and the news and just, politics and all of the powers that be that have taken over, that I imagined something that I could interact with spirit with to get their perspectives of our linear events, timeline events, where we're given a limited amount of information, but still always having that feeling of like there's something missing here, that we're not getting all the information. And so I originally imagined Spirit News to be that platform to get Spirit's perspective of earthly events. And so, if Spirit gives me the okay, God said to give it to the weekend, because God likes to give anyone in this energy, this childish energy, a chance to overcome things could that they're not accepting, to heal. God always wants you to heal. Okay, so God said give it to the weekend, for them to like have time to make, good life choices. God says it's okay this weekend. I'm going to do a reading. I'm going to try to, I never done it before. I know I imagined it this way, but I wanted to get, not me, but Spirit wanted to get my development to a certain level in order to be able to read the energy without bias or being attached to it emotionally. So if God gives it a go, I will ask Spirit and get a higher perspective of the events that have happened as of late. The three major things that happened in like one day, which is really, really weird. I don't think that that's a coincidence. I definitely think there's some kind of like energy grab with that, some kind of energy harvest. So I don't know, but I don't want to speculate at this point because it's not being revealed to me. But if God says it's a go, then this weekend I'll be an astral journalist, getting the scoop astrally from a higher perspective of all of that. Okay, Spirit just said Brian with a Y, Bryan. Okay, so yeah, but we will be here this weekend where we post every weekend, every Saturday and Sunday at 6 a.m. We try to do a celebrity read, a true crime read, a world events read. So we'll see what happens. I don't know what God is going to say until punctual. Spirit says we'll be punctual. We're going to be there. We're here consistently for you guys every single weekend. We're here for you and you're here for us, and we really appreciate it. We're doing something really special here. There's something that we're tapping into that we feel in our hearts is beneficial for the collective to reveal what needs to heal, and we're so happy to be here. We love you so much. 11-2222, and we'll see you this weekend. Okay, bye guys.